Mm. I'm here with FlyQuest Massu. How are you doing today?
I'm uh I'm okay. I've had better days, but
Mm,
it's not too bad.
yeah, yeah. Um, so today had some pretty quick games.
Hmm.
Things spiraled out of control kind of quickly. And
Yeah.
today, could you go into detail as to what happened?
Yeah. I mean, I think today both early games, like you said, I mean they spiraled out of control, and we made some just pretty big mistakes that kind of made the rest of the game harder to play.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in the first game, we tried to dive top, and I think maybe if we played it better, it could have been good, but it ended up with Olaf, who was having a hard lane, getting double buffs, and then kind of just taking over the lane, which made it pretty hard for Geckos to play.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that point onwards, it kind of just felt hard to play because Rise also got a lot of kills
Mm-hmm.
early game. And then second game, I had to use my flash level 2, even
Mm-hmm.
though I think maybe I could have done something different. Maybe I shouldn't have played for Prio, or maybe I could have done something different with my wave.
Yeah.
Um, I think that gank was fine, and I lost a little bit, but think we still had like a playable situation. But then after that, when we used Vice time, and then Jarvan was able to just stay bot forever, and I was dropping waves and a lot of XP,
Mm-hmm.
that's when I made like the biggest mistake, I think, and I ended up losing a lot, which made the game very hard to play because now they're just playing bot the entire time, and we have to defend the entire time, and it's kind of hard for us to make our own play. Kind of, we're just left reacting to them.
Mm, do you think you mentioned that you had to spend a lot of time in bot after sacking a few waves and also the flash incident. Do you think that really messed up with the tempo and the rotations
Um,
and it's for further objective fights?
yeah, I mean, I think so. I think it's pretty hard to kind of play the game forward when their bot lane is level 6 first, and then when I hit level 6, their Silas already got a few kills, so now it's hard for Talia to kind of keep mid push, and then Silas is running around with Protobelt, and their Lucian Nami are pretty strong, and I'm kind of behind, especially in
Mm-hmm.
XP, which was bad.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it made the tempo pretty hard to play.
Mm-hmm. So, apart from the things that you just mentioned,
Hmm.
um, I'm aware that the I think Griffin knocked over his drink, right?
Hmm.
Right. I don't want to mean any shade to it. Do you
Yeah,
think that also killed a little bit of the momentum too?
not really.
Okay.
I think he just spilled his drink by
Yeah.
accident, and
Yeah.
uh, the pause was like honestly maybe it was good for us because it had everyone like refocus and kind of just
Mm-hmm.
reset. So
Yeah.
maybe it was good.
Mm-hmm. And I guess I just want to focus a little bit on draft as a whole. So one thing that I've noticed is that at least in the LCS, ever since MSI, I think like Ezreal, Jhin, and Victor have been really, really, really prominent in lane. Now I'm aware that Ziggs definitely popped up quite a few times during MSI, but I feel like
Hmm.
compared to say spring and winter, the other three champions that I just mentioned
Hmm.
weren't as prevalent. Uh, what is the case for that trend?
Um, I think when mages started coming into ball lane, people kind of maybe overplayed them a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and they were just picked in a lot of situations,
Yeah.
and some of them good, some of them bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I think teams realized there's still a lot of playable AD carries right now. The ones who can kind of be independent seem
Yeah.
to be the most popular,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's why there's like Ezreal, Jhin, Corki, stuff like this.
Yeah.
And then there's still mages. I think they still
Mm-hmm.
have like a good place in the meta, and I
Yeah.
think they can definitely be used a lot as like flex picks or stuff like this.
Okay. Yeah. And I guess just like it's like outside of I guess like the things that you just said. What are some positive takeaways you would say that were coming from these series at least? Were there any improvements from previous series that carried out
Mm,
into here?
from this series or from this year?
I guess from this series.
Um, Still, I think we need to kind of go back and review the games again, but I think there is an obvious like kind of problem that we can focus on in the early game, which is
Mhm.
good. I think we have to work on our planning, working on our kind of identifying win conditions and working on making an actual solid plan in the game, and
Okay.
then being flexible if something does change in the game to kind of know when we have to be creative, know when we have to do nothing, and then keep playing that way.
Mhm.
I think the past week of scrims we had good practice. I think we were working on our mid game a lot. So now I think we need to kind of just readjust our early game and keep going with that.
Mhm. Mm. Um, would you say at least like based off of your past two series from the past few weeks, I guess. Would you say that it's mostly early game issues, or would you issues that are
Um,
contributing to, or just
mm, I think like honestly today's series like most of it was early game. I think the early games made it very hard to play the mid games properly. Like we
mm-hmm,
have to get creative and look for angles to get back in the game. But I still do think our mid game also needs a lot of work.
yeah,
I think we still have a lot of work to do with keeping up good tempo and just making it hard for the enemy to play and giving them the least amount of plays possible while
yeah,
also kind of choking them out.
mm-hmm,
And I think we're working on that, but it's kind of hard to do that when your early game falls apart. So I think early game was our biggest issue today.
yeah, yeah, and I guess like, is there anything you would like to say to the fans today, or
I'm sure today it's pretty disappointing, and
mm-hmm,
we're also pretty disappointed in ourselves. So I hope the fans don't kind of lose hope or see this as like a continual trend. But
mm-hmm,
I think we've gotten a lot better, and we'll keep getting a lot better. And I
yeah,
think we'll have a lot of good takeaways from this series. So thank you for watching.
mm-hmm, yeah. Thank you for taking your time to do this interview, and I hope you have a
Thank you.
great day. Yeah.
You too. Have a good one.
Good luck next week.
Thank you.